Today I will explain you the process of inserting records in a table of MySQL database using Visual Studio Code environment. So I'll show you the Visual Studio Code environment. So you need to install the software Visual Studio Code prior. So if you type in search, you get Visual Studio Code. Just click this, and this is the environment for Visual Studio Code. Now in this environment, we are going to write a Java application, that is Jdbc application, through which we will insert the records into the table of MySQL database. Before that, I'll show you the MySQL database. So once you install the MySQL database in your system, you can just check for MySQL client, command line client. Just click this, and here the username is root by default, and the password is whatever the password you have been given. You can just type it. At the time of installation, you give the password, right? That password you need to give and just press enter. Now it has been showing the MySQL prompt. Now here I want to list the database, what all databases are available. So I can type show databases. Then I have so many databases. So in that we have a database called stud1. So if you want to go for that database, you can write use stud1. Now the database has been changed. Now you can just see how many tables are available in the database. So show tables command you can use. Then you can see we have student db1. Now I want to check how many records are available right now. So I'll just type select star from student db1. So you can see there are no records. Now what I will do is I'll write a program with Jdbc API and for inserting the records into this particular table called student db1. And when I execute my program, I need to find some records available into this particular student db1, because as of now it is empty, but when I execute my program I need to get some records here. So how you are going to write an application through Jdbc API, I will show you now. So again we go back to the Visual Studio Code environment. Now here you need to have a folder. You can create any folder, and I have Java VS1. Under this I have so many subfolders here. So you can create subfolders, or you can work out with the main folder only. Okay, you can give it any folder name. So I have your Java VS25. I just select it and right click. You can see there is something called new file, and it is asking the name. So I'll give insert records.java and press enter. Now here you can type your program. So the first line is import java.sql. This is a Jdbc API in which the class and interface are available. Now class, I'll give the same name as the file name so that it will be easy for compilation and execution. Insert records. Then the main method, public static void main string arguments. Then in this I go for try block because I do have some exceptions to be handled. So the first step is loading of drivers. So I'll write class dot for name, and here I go for com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. So now this is the code for loading of drivers for MySQL. Now this driver is a predefined class available in Jdbc package. Jdbc is a subpackage for CJ. CJ is a subpackage for MySQL. MySQL is a subpackage for com. Now this is the hierarchy. Now I want to just search this particular class is available in your system or not. So for this, what you need to do here is you need to download a file called mysql connector.jar file that you need to download, and you need to keep in one folder, and you need to set the class path of that. Like you need to just once you download the jar file, you need to save into one folder, and you see that you need to extract the files from that, because there is a jar file, that is a zip file. You need to extract that files, and inside that you will have again mysql connector.jar, one more file. You just copy the path and go to the my computer, right click properties, then go for environment variables, then go for class path variable. If it is already existing, go for edit. If it is not there, you create a new variable and copy this path over there and put what are the path you're typing, right? For that, you need to add backslash mysql control.jar, whatever the name is there for the jar file, you need to write. Okay. So if you said that, then this will work. Otherwise, no. And this is complete string parameter for name method, which is a static method and which is called with the help of its class name, because the static methods cannot be called with the help of objects. So we can call with the help of its class name. So I'm calling with the help of class name. So don't get confused between this class and this class. So this class is a keyword where small c, you can see this is a predefined class which is available in java.language where capital C I'm writing. Okay. Now, if you don't have this particular driver in your system, or something there is missing some characters or something wrong in this particular line, leads to an exception called class not found exception. Now, we need to establish the connection. So we have a connection interface, reference variable called C1 I'm creating. Driver manager is a predefined class, and get connection is a static method again from the driver manager class. So here I need to pass Jdbc colon MySQL. Now this is called a subprotocol colon / localhost. Now why I'm calling localhost means the MySQL database is also available in my system, and the current application has also been available in my system. So if you have the database what you're connecting in your local system, then we can just refer to the particular system as localhost, and you can give the port number for MySQL is 3306 / which database you want to connect. So I have created one to STD1 database. I want to connect that, and you need to pass a parameter by putting a question mark as a placeholder. Use SSL secure sockets layer to be false. So you need to make this, otherwise it will ask for the trust certificate. So as of now we don't have any trust certificates, we are making it as false. Then you need to give, if you want to connect to the MySQL, which username I need to use. So I said there is a by default a root username, and for that password already given the password at the time of installation. So I'm giving the same password here. Okay. So I'm giving the database name, user ID for the database, and password for the database. So at the time of installation, what you give, that only you need to mention here. Now coming to the next line, we have to work with the SQL queries. So we need to create a statement object. So statement st equal to con dot create statement. The statement is an interface. St is a reference variable for statement. Con is a we have created in the second step. This connection object dot create statement is a method for creating a statement object. Now after that, st dot execute update we need to use, and you need to insert the records. So write the query like insert into table name. What I've shown as table name is table db1 values, and I give some values here like 101 and xyz. Then close. So here also I need to close. Then I can go for second insertion. Then I can go for, if you want, third. Okay, I'm giving 2 records. So I'll just copy and paste for 2 more records. So I'll just change the values here, 3, 4, and I'm making 3 as XWQ and HJQ. Some value, I'm giving some random values here. So here also you need to close this. Okay. Now after that I'm printing some confirmation for us, like records insert successfully. Then you close st.close, the statement to be closed and connection to be closed. Okay, then close the try block. Then close the try block Okay, then after that you go for catch block and you go for superclass exception. Then go for e.print status method, which is going to give the complete error information when error occurs. Okay, then main method and class. Now this is the application now we are going to write through MySQL. So first is loading of drivers, then connection establishment, then creating the statement, then followed by the queries. And this statement is for our confirmation. Okay, then statement is closed and connection is closed. And if any error, this particular method will print the complete information line by line. So I'll save this. Now we'll say once I run my program, you need to get this other answer and you need to cross verify in the database. So you have an option called run code. You can just click this. Now you can see records inserted successfully. Okay, so don't be happy by this seeing this one. You need to go to the MySQL prompt and here you need to just check whether the data is inserted or not. Again, I'm typing select start from student DB1. Now can you see here 1, 2, 3 and 4 the same values what I was writing here. Okay, 10, 101, 102, 3, 4, XYZ, PQR and so and so. So the same thing you can see. Okay, so here you just compare 101 XYZ, here also the same 102 PQR, then 103 XWQ, then 104 HJQ. Okay, so earlier it was empty, but now we are able to insert the records. So in this way, you need to write an application for inserting records into the MySQL database. So I hope I have given the inputs on how to insert records into a table of MySQL database using Visual Studio Code environment. If you like this video, please comment, subscribe and share it to your friends. Thank you.